Hello, everybody, and welcome to ASRC Sportsman Series at the Pepsi Shootout here. I am Brett the Jet here with the Boosted Brothers Broadcasting here, and I got in the booth with me my brother Carson.
Yeah, thanks again, Brett, for having me. I'm really excited and ready for a really awesome ASRC Sportsman Series race here at Daytona tonight.
Yeah, Carson, I tell you what, here at Daytona, a lot of craziness can happen, and I'm sure we'll have a good show under the lights here. As right now it's during day, but I think we'll see a good jump in time here in the last minute of practice when they start qualifying here.
Yeah, nothing's better than Daytona going into the night and under the lights.
It should be a good race, hopefully, and under the lights is always the right time here at Daytona, I tell you what.
You're right about that.
So as of right now, the leaderboard sit. I think Dave Payton is on the fastest time in practice, even though times at Daytona may be a little not the best indicator of who's fast, because most of these lap times I think were in a pack with people practicing the bump drafting and such for the race here later tonight.
Yeah, this track is all about drafting, and we'll see people locking bumpers and just pushing each other as hard as they can.
Yep, especially when it gets close to the end, there'll be no holds and all going to the front, let's say.
Yeah, they'll be sending it.
Yep. As we are in the last 30 seconds of practice, Carson, you got anyone you think that might grab the pole here tonight in qualifying?
I think the kind of a sleeper pick is Demeester, because he had a good practice race the other night.
Yep, yeah. If you guys haven't seen it, be sure to check out the last practice race broadcast. A little bit of spoiler there from Carson. John Demeester pulls off the win. I'm not going to tell anyone how he did it, but it was for sure a impressive feat what he did, and hopefully he can keep up that momentum like Carson says. As we have finished practice here, and looks like we're getting ready for qualifying. Let's see if anyone's on track in here ready to get rolling in qualifying, as it looks like maybe Eric Papanow is out here rolling on track in the 10 car, Carson.
Yeah, Papanow is the first one out to qualify.
As he gives a looks like a Jimmy Johnson-esque paint scheme, of course, with the Liberty Church on there. I know Papanow is heavily sponsored by them. I see it a lot on his Super Late and all his paint schemes, so we'll give a little shout out to, of course, Papanow and the sponsors on that machine.
Anyone you got who you like tonight, Brett?
For qualifying here, I think he's pretty good for putting down a fast time. I think Tim Rogers, the other practice race, I think Tim can put down a fast lap and get it done here in qualifying and put on the pole, as Eric Papanow takes the green flag for his first lap. And as you see folks at home with oh, just kidding. I was going to say, he should be running the wall, I think, his first entire lap to get his momentum up to speed. And then the second lap, we'll see him at the double yellow. But now with the new aero stuff with iRacing, you don't want to be right against the wall. Kind of your driver over those dash lines. But Papanow with a little bit different strategy, running a little bit lower down the backstretch. We'll see him, I assume, all the way out the bottom here for his second actual money lap here as he takes the white flag.
Yeah, he's probably going to try to make the track as small as possible.
as he goes through 1 and 2 here. A little bit of maybe apron clip, but still looks pretty good as his mile per hour is moving down the backstretch here. As we'll pull up the tower instead of the ticker, so we can get a kind of, actually we'll go back to the ticker because the tower seemed to have a little bit of issue there, but looks like as we get our laps in, Papa now has finished his second lap and yep, goes to the top of the board with his actual lap. We'll see if who can top that, as it looks like Nathan Goot just finished his lap here.
And you can see too the difference between practice and qualifying, just how much difference the draft makes in terms of times on the track.
As we click through here and try and find a driver, we'll watch Andrew Payne come to the finish as he cuts the apron a little bit. We'll see where that puts him. Looks like only P4 as of right now. So Papanow still up top. Dave Payton in second right now. Nathan Goot in third. Andrew Payne in fourth. Skip Gandy in fifth, but it looks like he is running his time as Tim Rogers just finished his lap and moved up to second on the speed charts here.
Yeah, another former winner of one of our practice races. Maybe he'll give it a good run tonight.
Yep. As Tim Rogers still keeps his foot in it, he may that may have been only his first lap, Carson.
Oh, he's coming for that podium.
Yep. As Richard Pruitt here slows to a stop, he is currently P4, not a bad qualifying effort. Oh, maybe I think Tim is coming back to pit, so we'll see here. I guess Nick Fleury is one of the few to not qualify yet. As we have a little bit of time here, we'll check out some cool cams here by Track Cams 22. We'll jump maybe with a onboard or something here with Carson. Get a lap around Daytona.
I think that would be sweet.
As actually, I think Nick may have left the racetrack here. I don't know what happened. We'll have to find out what happened there. As it looks like we don't have anyone on track right now, Carson. Oh, just kidding. I guess we moved into grid here. So we do have a full field invert here for, this is just the heat race as we get ready to go. Here's what the heat race order looks like with people taking times. We have Nick Fleury on the pole, followed by Tanner Tallarico second, John DeMeester third, Skip Gandy fourth, Andrew Payne fifth, Nathan Goot sixth, Richard Pruitt seventh, Dave Payton eighth, Tim Rogers ninth, and Eric Papanow 10th, our fast time here tonight. As we get ready for grid cars, or green flag I should say, as it looks like Tanner Tallarico and Nick Fleury here are dropping to the back, so they elect to start from the rear since they didn't post a qualifying time. But as we get ready to go here, this is only a heat race that will determine the starting order for the feature.
We got another car as well taking an EOL.
Yeah, it looks like the 20 car of Skip Gandy, who is 47 in the tickers and stuff, but 20 car on his car tonight. So we will have to see. This will, I think, Carson, give a kind of a good indication of who will be fast, who will be slow. I think for the feature here tonight, and maybe people can get some drafting
Green flag.
buddies.
Yeah,
As the
this is
green
gonna be
flag
good.
is out and Demister is on it.
I was gonna say this is gonna be some good drafting practice, especially for those guys starting at the back trying to work their way through the field.
I agree. As we see John Demister lead us to green flag and into turn one. As him and I think the 93, oh, not quite clear of Nathan Goot on the high side there. As we got two solid rows of cars forming, everyone just kind of getting the feel for the draft, and I think we'll see probably a harder push here in about 5 laps to go as Nathan Goot maybe thinks to the outside of Andrew Payne. I tell you what, Carson, that last camera shot there off of turn 4, one of my favorites. I'll be excited to see what kind of shots that brings later on in the night at nighttime. As Nathan Goot goes to the bottom, and I don't know what you see, Carson, but I think a top side line is forming a little bit stronger than the inside. I think we might see everyone up at the top here in a second.
Say everyone's shuffling up there, so. And the people down low are just kind of getting shuffled by too.
Yep, as Dave Payne shoots low and brings Papanow fast time with him, as that might leave Andrew Payne up there. As Nick goes to the outside of him, this may put the 93 machine of Andrew Payne in the middle as he does find a gap there in front of Nathan Goot. As I think Nick almost got the wall there in the middle of the corner.
Yeah, that aggressive move didn't quite work out.
Nope, as Nick now lost the draft and files back in line a few spots behind where he started that move. We got some hard pushers up at the front. Papanow and Nathan pushing hard. There's respective line leaders as everyone else is kind of looks like just biding their time as Andrew gets really loose with the help of Nathan off of 4 there.
Now this is what you're talking about with people switching lines for the draft now. People getting a good run on the bottom and starting to go.
Yep, and with this amount of cars, with about 10 cars, I think it will be really line important. If one line even has maybe one more car, I think that will be the dominant line for a little bit. So we'll have to see how that factors in and who works together. As it clicks over to 6 to go here at the line. We are currently following Dave Payne in that 38 machine, who is leading the way on the bottom as of right now. Followed by Eric Papanow, John Demister in the 2, and then Skip Gandy on the low side. On the high side, we got Andrew Payne leading the line, followed by Nathan Goot, Tim Rogers, Nick Fleury, Richard Pruitt, and then Tanner Tallarico in the 1 machine, just kind of hanging on back there, seeing, observing, and I think maybe biding his time here.
Man, Andrew's getting a strong run right here. With Papanow to the front.
Yep, Papanow is clear. Let's see if he stays up there. Oh, a little bit of a hard bump there, and that will get Papanow out of line, and Andrew Payne will go back to leading that top side. What do you say, Carson? We do a little fan cam, a little bit different angles here today.
I say let's do it.
as they make their way to the start-finish line here. I think this race is halfway over and halfway to go as Pruitt gets a little loose on that apron, maybe clipped it just a little, and that inside line seems to be reforming up as this outside line's kind of dissolved. We'll go back to the front. Looks like we're kind of getting double filed as it looks like maybe Richard Pruitt and Nathan Goot once again go to the high side here. The real question is who behind him, such as Demeester or Tanner there at the right of your screen, who will they go with? Because that'll determine who will get the run as they close in on these front five. As it looks like there is a good line on the top side for him, and we'll see if that can move this top line up to Papinel and maybe even in front, as they got a good run off of 2 here.
Yeah, now the field really formed back up and everyone's trying to get their drafting partner.
Yep, as Nathan Goot has locked bumpers for I think that whole backstretch there to the 24 machine as Pruitt tried to clear into it. They're loose, they're loose. Oh, Tanner's in the wall.
Yeah, Tanner got the worst end of that.
Yep. It looked like Pruitt was thinking about trying to clear it into the corner and just didn't have it and took a split second too long to decide as the 93 machine now out here looks like with maybe no hood Carson.
That's a sweet look.
Not quite modified-esque yet, but for sure a little bit different. I think that arrow may be a little bit hurt.
Yeah, it's a sweet look, but it'll hurt the car for sure.
Maybe we'll go ride with a the left front here. Oh, it looks like they're wrecking in front of him. We'll ride with Andrew Payne as we got the first yellow of the night. As it looks like we got a few cars involved. Look like Skip, Tanner, and Nick Fleury were a couple involved there. Let's rewind that, Carson, and see what happened there. We'll get the replay going. Oh, maybe not Tanner, but maybe John Demeester. Let's see what happened there. Looks like a lot of wiggling back and forth down the backstretch, and oh, John Demeester maybe just comes up a little and Skip nicks him, and then Nick Fleury nowhere to go. Hard impact there for that 25 machine.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. He just kind of was like minding his own business and got hit.
Yep. Let's ride on board with Skip and see what he saw. Oh man, a lot of bumper tag going on, and let's see what he saw from his vantage point. Oh man, some hard impacts there throughout that wreck. As we will go back live and see what kind of damage and whose cars are out there and who's on pit road. It seems like about half the field has a pit there. As we'll go look for pit road and see if we got any updates on any of these drivers here. Looks like some cars taking some tires. And I'm not sure, Carson, tonight if we have any fast repairs or not. I don't believe so, so we'll have to see what the outcome is here.
Yeah, Brett, we do not have any fast repairs.
Okay, so no fast repairs, so those damaged cars will sadly stay damaged and have to wait for the feature.
And I don't know if you saw my message, but Race Control told me that Demeester was the claim.
Okay. As we see it up on screen here, so the contact between the 20 or 47 in the 2, and the 2 of John DeMeester did claim, so he will be getting an EOL if he can get that car back out there. Which I think he towed that thing, and that thing might be on the wrecker here, Carson.
Yeah, that's a very unfortunate way to end the night after I picked him.
Yep. Hopefully, luckily they can bring out a backup car for the feature and give it another shot. What do you say we go to a little commercial break here while we got some time in the action?
Let's do it. Let's go to that commercial break.
Anytime you come to Daytona, it's a big race. But this year's Pepsi 400, it's really big. Prime time on NBC. Britney Spears is the Grand Marshal. She's got a way of starting everybody's engines.
Hey, Jeff, hand me a 3/4-inch socket, will you?
Very talented girl, that Britney.
The Pepsi 400 when NASCAR comes to NBC July 7th.
Come on, guys. Yeah.
Come on, Tony Stewart.
Come on. Confidence.
That was me.
Tony Stewart. Before I started using swagger from Old Spice.
Now look at me.
She's from Russia.
Alright, we are back here as the pace car just pulls off, and looks like we have a green-white checkered as Eric Papanow leads us to the green flag here in the number 10 machine. It looks like for sure Andrew Payne has some damage. We'll see if he can keep up with this 5-car pack, as Tanner is giving him a good push, as Tanner does have some rear end damage. But they are staying with the pack. That'll be the key for those guys with some damage, as they'll try and get this high side formed with more cars but some damaged cars. So we'll have to see if that evens out the lines. As they go into turn 2 here. Actually, turn 3, sorry, my bad. As, it's heavy contact between the 5 and the 93 machine, as no yellow came out, Carson. Interesting call there as we take the white flag, so the next flag will end it. And Nathan Goot limps that thing to pit road, and Andrew Payne, I think, is now a full modified.
Yeah, it just seemed like they got hooked together. I guess the race control just wants the race to be over at this point, so no yellow there.
Yep. We already had our 1 yellow, and I guess that was enough for our race control, as we got a 4-car breakaway for the win of this heat race, as Dave Payton is clear on the bottom, and now it's stick the 21 machine of Tim Rogers on lonesome on the high side. We'll see if Papanow can get a run off of 4 here and see where he goes on Dave. As he,
Time for the crossover.
yep, he shoots high, gonna try a side draft maybe, not quite. The 38 machine of Dave Payton will go on and win this heat race here, Carson.
Yeah, that was a pretty good finish for the heat.
I agree. We did get some torn up race cars, so hopefully we can get that all sorted out for the feature, as we do have a 40 lap feature here coming up later in the night. As we will go put it on the 38 machine as they it looks like we do have a 5-minute warm-up here, so what do you say we we'll pop up the results and we'll try and see if we can get a word with Dave Payton here.
All right, let's do it.
As actually his mic is set away, so is there someone else you'd like to talk to, Carson? Or anyone in the YouTube comment broadcast, if you want to hear your favorite driver say something or get a chance to talk with them, be sure to leave a comment or any suggestions, and we'll be sure to check it out. What do you say we pull down the 93 machine of Andrew Payne and see what he saw for all those multiple incidents?
Yeah, we'll see what happened to his car there and where his hood went.
Yep. All right, we'll see if we got him.
Buddy was moved to your channel.
Andrew, you got a copy of us here in the booth?
10-4, I got a copy on you.
All right, Andrew, so pretty wild heat race there. I saw at one point your car had no hood, and then at another point later in the race, you were full modified. What'd you see out there, and what kind of happened?
Just hard racing, honestly. You know, the heat that we had kind of set the tone for the and lineup for the main event coming up, and you know, we're all racing hard, and stuff just happens. Got a little bit of damage, and just kind of, you know, stereotypical Daytona things and whatnot. So.
Yep. So now with the 40 lapper, you got any plans or attack strategies, or go out there and wing it and try and get it done in the last 3 laps or so?
Kind of from what I gathered in the duel is, I feel like some people are a little more aggressive than others, want to get to the front, and I showed that a little bit, and then kind of realized that it was going to be a little bit more aggressive than my liking, so I backed it down, and I think I'm going to do something kind of similar, just kind of hang out in the back and kind of bide my time, avoid wrecks, which is kind of hard to do with such a small field, but you know, just going to hang out, and if there's an opportunity to go get the lead, maybe I'll take it, but kind of just chilling, hanging out, and then go for it in the last 10.
Alrighty, Andrew. Well, appreciate the insight. Good luck in the feature here, and hopefully talk to you on the other side.
10-4. Thank you, guys.
Buddy was moved out of your channel.
Alrighty, Carson. So some pretty good insight there on maybe some what to do and what he saw and what he can use for this feature.
Yeah, the practice race for sure was just a good thing to learn the draft and learn strategies and just practice being in the pack for the main event.
Yep, as we have another minute and a half or so left to go in warm-up. Carson, you got any track facts or the more you know for Daytona International Speedway?
Yeah, it was opened in 1959, of course. The first Daytona was there, Daytona 500. Everyone knows the oval layout, but there's also road courses, and that's where they run the 24 hours of Daytona.
Yep, as I popped up on screen here, we got a little bit of track facts too for Daytona and the weather for this session. Of course, we're on the oval configuration. As Carson said, there is a road course that is used in the Rolex 24. The track length is 2.5 miles, D-shaped super speedway. So very fast, not quite as fast as Talladega, but a very close second. So I'm excited to see the kinds of speeds and the moves we will have in the feature. Any other good track facts, Carson, you got? I think you might have one more, right? maybe not. As we finish our warm-up session here, and I think we'll start the grid for the final event here, Carson.
Yeah, I was just going to say this is where Bill Elliott had that 210 mile per hour lap, but that was the only other thing I was going to add, that famous fast qualifying lap.
Sweet. I think that is the record, if I'm not mistaken, right, Carson? Well, I think they have a slightly faster at Talladega, but still some wicked fast times as we see the heat race winner Dave Payton on the pole in the 38 machine. Second place, Eric Papinel in the 10. Third place, 24 machine of Richard Pruitt. He moved up a lot in the heat race there. Fourth place, Tim Rogers in the 21 machine. Fifth place is Tanner Tallarico in the 1. Sixth place, Andrew Payne in the 93. Seventh, Nathan Gu in the 5. Eighth place, Skip Gandy in the 47 or the 20. John DeMeester in the 2, starting 9th, and starting 10th place and last there is Nick Fleury in the 25 machine. As we get ready to roll, oh man, I think the 21 machine may have a missed grid there.
Uh-oh.
As maybe a little bit of trouble for the 21 machine as the missed grid. I tell you what, that's a sweet looking scheme on that 21 machine. It'll be I don't know if this is a strategy move or what, but he will have to wait till they take the green flag, and he will be out of the draft big time and at a pretty large disadvantage here. So we'll see how this works out.
Yeah, that's really going to hurt him.
Yeah, especially like a place like Daytona where the draft is so important. I think actually Richard Pruitt did take an EOL, so he will be towards the back as he was supposed to start, I believe, third place. So that will move Tanner Tallarico up to third, right behind the 38 machine. As we get ready to go green flag here, Carson, we are waiting on the 38 machine to fire off, as it looks like he fired off early, and the 1 machine is right there to push him hard as we are green flag here for the 40 lapper feature event as Tim Rogers now pulls out his picture. Prays that we get an early yellow.
Yeah, that's just an unfortunate situation for him, so hopefully he can work his way back up to the field.
Yep, I agree, Carson. I think sadly for the old 21 machine, I don't think we'll get a yellow too early, because I think everyone will kind of mind their own business and run what they have and keep it to the end, especially with no fast repairs. Actually, we got the top 3 on the bottom, and John DeMeester kind of towing along there. But then we got a 4-car pack trying to either make the high side work or just kind of ride as Dave Payton pushes Andrew a little too hard there and gets him a little squirrely, but everyone keeps it going the right direction.
And also shout out to the fans in the chat who are watching live. I know we got a guy named Eric Hahn commenting in the chat, so good to see him.
Yeah, it looks like he asked for a little info on the cars. And I believe when these things are restricted like they are here, I believe they only make around 450 horsepower. When they're unrestricted, I think they're right around 600 to 650, Carson. So a little restricted on power to try and keep the speeds down when they crash here, because the speeds are so fast that if they're unrestricted, I could think we could see some speeds above 200 about, even though these are just the Xfinity cars. What do you say we get a little speed chart going here for as we have the camera at Dave? So this is the 38 machine speed for a lap here at the bottom right.
And yeah, to add to that, I was gonna say that's why Bill Elliott's qualifying lap was so fast in 1987, because it was unrestricted.
Yep, before they thought of putting restrictor plates on these cars for super speedway racing. So it looks like right around 185 down the straightaways and about 183 in the corners for right now. But I bet we could see maybe even 190 towards the end of the race when they're really pushing hard and don't have much to lose. As it looks like the 5 machine of Nathan Gu, I think, just got the wall a little bit. I think he at least a good amount of right side damage that may cause him to fall out of the draft, and might have the similar fate of the 21 machine of Tim Rogers, probably just hoping for a yellow.
Yeah, the wall just seemed to suck him in there.
Yeah, we'll rewind it and see what happened to the 5 machine here. As he was leading that top line, Nick Fleury does have some space to him, and yeah, the car just kind of drifts up and hits the wall there in the tri-oval. That's a tough break for the 5 machine. As we go back to live here, as Andrew Payne is still leading the way, being trailed by Dave Payton in the 38 machine, and then Tanner Tallarico in the 1. As we are already 6 laps in, and so far everyone has kind of single filed out and running their own race right now, waiting for the right time to strike.
Yeah, right now it's the calm before the storm.
Yep, and while we have a minute, while everyone's kind of biding their time clicking off laps, I'll go a little bit in detail about the banners you see on the car with the spoiler color and in the broadcast for people's numbers. So there's actually going to be multiple divisions in this ASRC Sportsman Series. There is a above 2,500, which will be red, maybe nicknamed the Mountain Dew Code Red division, and those will be above 2,500 I rating. And technically everyone, it's for the overall championship. So if a blue guy wins it, which I'll get into in a minute, they could technically win both championships. But the red is above 2,500, whereas who has some blue on their car? Skip Gandy here in the 20 has a blue banner and a spoiler and a blue number. That means he's in the below 2,500. Onboard shot. The blue number in the banner means that below 2,500, which will be competing in the Mountain Dew Frostbite division for a champion. So we'll see as the race goes on. We not only have an overall winner and of that race, a points championship for the overall, but also a secondary points championship going on with all the blue drivers. So it should keep all these races pretty entertaining and fun to watch, Carson.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of things for us to keep track of and keep our eye on, because the championships, and it's not just the race that matter, but the points in the championships also matter as well.
That is very true, because one bad race could have some big implications for either division driver if a lot of the other division drivers beat you at a certain track or whatever. As we have the graphic flash up there for a minute on screen, give people a chance to read it if they want. And we are back racing, coming off to click 10 laps down, 30 to go. I'm impressed, Carson. Nathan Gu in that 5 machine just took the lead even with that right side damage. So even though you can I guess get into the wall here at Daytona and fall back a little bit, you can still be able to charge your way to the front and make a difference with this. So that's at least pretty cool to see.
Yeah, it seems as long as you don't lose the draft, you can kind of cycle through the field.
So we got another good question in chat. How many laps can you run on fuel? And I believe the fuel window, with talking with a few guys, is right around 40 laps. So we may see these guys, I think even maybe right now, kind of staying in line, lifting, maybe not quite going full throttle, and saving some fuel for about 5 or 10 to go when they can really make a push for it and see what they have left in their car. We'll pull an old track map up on the right as we can see as we'll see how far everyone over here in turns 3 and 4, and then we'll go check on the old 21 machine as he runs by himself, sadly, because he missed grid, and he is almost a half a lap down. So at this rate, with how many laps we have, and by the end of the race, if we don't get a yellow, he will go a lap down. But lucky dogs are on, so he will be the lucky dog as long as no one else goes a lap down. But still a tough break for that sweet looking 21 machine. We'll see if we can get a couple of cool shots on it before we got to go off it.
Yeah, and it is as well Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there watching.
Yep, a happy Father's Day on this Sunday, and be sure to tune in tomorrow for the start of the actual ASRC series, as this is just a little taste of what's to come tomorrow for the actual opening of the ASRC Sportsman Series. Right now, I think, what do you say we do a little side-by-side action, Carson, with some commercials here?
Let's do it.
Alrighty.
Ever dreamed of driving a real Cup car? Well, now you can. This is the fan controller.
What the? Tony, what are you doing? It's possessed.
That was completely inappropriate.
I'm out of here. Run, Sandy, run for your life!
What was that all about?
Come on back, straight back. Hey, Jeremy. Hey, bud. That's it, come on back. Come on back. Plenty of room. A little bit more. That's it. Come on back.
Get things done instantly with the i530 by Motorola. Only $29.99 after $50 mail-in rebate. Nextel from Sprint.
Since you guys taught me to drive, I'm gonna teach you to wrestle. Denny, let's start with you. I'll show you a move. It's right over here. This is a body slam. What? Not bad.
Here, man, let me help you up.
Huh? No! No! These guys are phenomenal.
Start every day with Gillette Fusion Power Phenom. With Gillette's most comfortable shave, you'll feel phenomenal. Gillette Fusion Power Phenom, the only razor used by the Gillette Young Guns.
For even more comfort, use Gillette Fusion Hydrogel. Comfortable?
As we come back here, Carson, with 25 to go, looks like we have a new leader of the 93 machine of Andrew Payne. As Dave Payne actually just takes it away there at the top side, I believe now. Just as I say it. As Dave Payne in the 38 machine and Nick Fleury in the 25 machine there are the only guys on the top side, and Nick moves down, that leaves Dave out there. Looks like Nick will try and get Dave in there as they maybe are trying to coordinate a switch, or Dave does file in there in the third place there behind the 5 car and in front of the 25.
Yeah, they're trying to keep each other as drafting partners.
Yep, it seems like it. We continue to see everyone continuing to run the bottom, saving fuel or continuing to strategize their plan and see who to work with or whatnot, as we are coming up with halfway to go. With no yellows or anything so far, we can't really interview any drivers. We got to hear from Andrew Payne, and looks like he's using his advice pretty well out here, leading the way. As Richard Pruitt with a power move to the outside all by himself and takes the lead. I think that shows you just how much everyone's saving, and looks like Pruitt there wants to maybe lead a couple laps or lead the way a halfway.
Yeah, he passed the whole field there. I guess he just wanted to be out front and lead a field.
Yep, and I tell you what, Carson, at super speedways, there are some game plans about maybe hanging in the back and avoiding the wrecks. I can tell you from experience here on iRacing, the safest place to be is in the lead. But, especially with a fuel mileage race as I think we'll have here today, you get the worst fuel mileage leading the pack since you're most likely wide open. So we'll see how this works out for the 24 Frito-Lay Luke Oil machine.
And yeah, maybe Hobart was in front just because he wanted some broadcast coverage.
Yep, and that's always a good way to get it, no matter how you can get the lead. If you get the lead, we'll be sure to try and highlight it a few times. Now from the lead, so we have the 24 machine of Richard Pruitt leading. We got 93 machine of Andrew Payne in second. Nathan Goot, even with getting a little tiny right side damage, still hanging on strong in third. Dave Payne in the 38 machine, heat race winner in fourth. Nick Fleury in the 25 machine fifth. In sixth place, we got Tanner Tallarico in the 1. John DeMeester in the 2 seventh. Eighth place, Eric Papanow in the 10. Ninth place, Skip Gandy in the 20/47 machine. And then old lonely Tim Rogers in the 21 machine still out here, at least doing laps, just hoping for that yellow. Luckily, I think Tim's far enough back that I don't think he has to worry about being involved in an accident. But I am sure he's trying to rip out roll bar padding, throw out some gloves, do something to that machine to try and create a yellow and get him back to the field, as we are coming up on halfway in, halfway to go, and looks like the 24 machine of Richard Pruitt will lead it, as him and Andrew Payne have checked out to a big gap there, Carson. Almost a second.
Yeah, they're just pulling away right now.
Yeah, neither of those cars, I think, are on fuel mode right now, and I think the field realizes that they probably need to get all formed up and try and catch back to him, because they can check out and save some fuel. I mean, I don't see the field having a shot of catching them and being able to do anything with it. As we ride aboard Richard Pruitt's machine as he leads the way on the field, a pretty cool rear roof shot. We'll listen to the sounds of the action here for a minute. And out of that shot there, Carson, the couple things that I like seeing out of the 93 and the 24. One, as you can see right there, the 24 machine kind of enters a little high. This is nice for the pusher driver behind him to be able to see that double yellow line at all times, because it's hard to see if he's right on that line for the driver behind him when the corner's coming and how much to turn. The other thing that I like that I was seeing from the 93 machine was he was always kind of pushing on the bumper or the right side of the bumper. This prevents Andrew from being able to hook and spin out the 24 machine and cause a yellow that isn't really too necessary.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to do that.
Yep, as Andrew Payne now has dropped to the back of the field. I don't know whether to save some fuel or just in general, or to see if he can get a certain drafting partner, maybe go back up to the front again. I mean, it seems like everyone has at least moved up a couple times and fallen back to really see how the car handles and trying to maybe predict what the draft will do when we get inside of 10, maybe 5 laps to go. As we come by the start-finish line, we have 25 down, 15 to go. As Richard Pruitt still leads the way, followed by Dave Payne and Nick Fleury there in the top 3. And we will go to another commercial side-by-side so we won't get a break in the action.
There's one. What is that?
It's my Dale call.
That's way better than my duck call.
If you're on a diet of taking it up a notch,
It's just different.
drink Diet Dew, the only diet with dew in it.
We've been working really hard to get ready for the SRX race season, but we've also been working on SRX, the game.
I'm Alan Bestwick. This is SRX, the game.
Wow, I can't believe we're really going to meet Casey King. It's going to be so much fun. There he is. I wonder what he's like.
Now would be a good time to have accident forgiveness. Part of Allstate Your Choice Auto Insurance.
I'm super sorry about your car.
Are you in good hands?
The Do Crew.
Hey guys!
$9.5.
Not bad. You better not do this on Sunday.
The Do Crew. Fueled by Mountain Dew.
Fly the blimp, too much hot air. Race announcer, same thing there. Wouldn't get a word in with you know who. Just get down on the track and do what you do. Slide down in my seat, pull the belts tight. Get up on the wheel and let the dust fly. Never know how. Never know how.
Alrighty, folks, we are inside of 10 laps. Well, we are 10 laps to go here at the Pepsi Shootout of the ASRC Sportsman Series, Season 1. As it looks like we do have a pretty good challenge for the lead, as Tim Rogers has gone a lap down there in that 21 machine. We'll see if he is the lucky dog candidate, but he has to keep that car clean in order to be eligible for it. So we'll see if he can maybe throw a wrench in it and push someone on the lead lap to a win, Carson.
Yeah, we'll have to see if he can get that car, but so far this race has been anything but a lucky dog for him.
Yep, and a bummer for that thing for just only missing grid, as he is now trapped a lap down because of it. As we get inside of 10 to go here, I think we'll see some craziness start to build up, and the people who you really wanted to work with the whole time, we'll find out who's really some drafting buddies and who may leave someone out to dry. So we'll go back a little bit further in the field and look at the first side-by-side action. It looks like Nathan Goot next to Richard Pruitt, as Andrew Payne does duck to the inside, so that leaves only 2 cars on the outside. So the preferred line will be the bottom, at least for a little bit, till people get some runs and start shooting high.
We'll have to see how aggressive people get with blocking runs and drafting.
Yep, as you say that, it looked like I think Tanner tried to block Pruitt's run a little bit there, but Pruitt had enough of steam and some help behind him that he was able to duck out as we'll see what the 38 machine tries to move up a little to try and slow down the momentum. As we rode on board there with the 5-car Nathan Goot, seeing what he's seeing with the 10 and the 24 in front of him. It's now Nathan Goot will lead the top side. Once again, the 24 machine of Richard Pruitt out in front of this field inside of 10 laps to go. We'll see how long he can hold this lead, as he had that huge lead there, Carson, in the middle of the race. We'll see if he has enough fuel to make it to the end.
Yeah, so far it looks like that moving in to go through the field might be paying off, the bold strategy.
Looks like we got a comment in the comment section here, cheering on the 2 machine of John DeMeester. Has a nice Miller Genuine Draft paint scheme on that car as we go back on board with him. Kind of hanging out in the back for a little bit, biding his time, probably assuming that I think it'll break loose here inside of 5 to go, which we just clicked to, and hopefully he can stay out of the wreck. So we do have another comment. How can I learn maybe more about the drivers? Well, the best way to learn about the drivers is actually jumping in here at ASRC and hanging out with all of us. We're all pretty laid back bunch of group of guys, and we enjoy racing a lot, as we do it at least now 3 times a week here coming up, and hopefully we can get some driver info. I think we have some of these drivers, but yeah, if you really want to know especially more about the league, be sure to check out AmericanSimRacingClub.com and come on and join the fun. As we come to 3 to go at the start-finish line, Carson, you think anyone's going to make some big moves, or I think we might need to keep an eye on that maybe that 93 machine and that 1 machine trying to work together here in these last 3 laps.
Yeah, and the thing you gotta worry about when it's coming to the end like this is someone putting the block on someone a little late.
Yep. Especially with these speeds and how little reaction time there is, Carson. You got to make a move and commit to it. We got trouble here. It looks like this may be a few cars. That's now the 25 machine, and we're right on board with Richard Pruitt there as he got sideways, and I think we'll have to see as no yellow came out. This should be interesting, as I think most of the cars in this lead pack have damage for sure. The top 3, I think the only non-damaged car is the 21 machine, but he is a lap down. So we'll have to maybe get a replay of what happened there. But with inside of 2 to go, I think we got to keep the camera on the battle for the lead and see what happens here in this wild one, Carson.
Yeah, a lot of damaged cars, and there might be some unhappy drivers after that one.
Yeah, we'll have to see how the 24 managed to keep that car going straight, but also what kind of happened, and for sure the outcome, yeah, Carson. Some not happy drivers as They sat around for 30 plus laps just to have that to happen. Bummer for those guys. As we do come to 1 to go, and if Nathan Goot does take this white flag, the next flag will end the race, as he does take this white flag here, Carson. 1 to go. Sponsored by Pepsi.
And it's interesting to see him getting pushed by a lap car. A lap car might push him to the win.
Yep, and like I said before, when Tim first got lapped, I said, oh man, he may decide this race. I didn't think it would be this wild of a decision, but it looks like this 5 machine may get it done, unless Richard Pruitt has something to say about it. But the 1 and the 93 are hooked up with Tanner Tallarico and Andrew Payne. I just don't think they have enough time, as Nathan Goot comes into 3 and 4 for the final time.
Man, though, the 1 and the 93 are really making a run. Oh!
Oh, Pruitt throws a huge block on him. That's going to kill everything. And looks like the 5 machine of Nathan Goot will win tonight's race. How about that, Carson?
Yeah, we got some little extracurriculars after the line.
Oh, man. Who's it between, Carson?
Tanner and Richard Pruitt.
All right, we will rewind that, as we saw a pretty late block there happen, and we'll have to see what happened here between the 1 and the 24. As they're coming with a huge head of steam, and yeah, Pruitt just throws a way too late block, a lot of change of speed, and yeah, I'm amazed Tanner kept that thing pointing in the right direction as everyone's kind of sliding through the grass. And as you said, Carson, maybe some not happy feelings there. We may have to talk to the 1 machine after the race there.
Yeah, I think we should. That's exactly what I was talking about with those late blocks. That seems to be a disaster.
As we will keep the camera on the 5 car here as he makes it back to the front stretch. We'll see if he has any burnouts and see what he has to say. Maybe no burnouts. Wow. Keeps that thing in one piece, as we'll go one more commercial here as we get ready to do some interviews.
Come on, guys. Come on, Cody Stewart.
Newman.
Introducing new Gillette Fusion. On the front, 5 blades spaced closer together for more comfort. On the back, a precision trimmer for those tricky places, or just playing tricks.
I got those guys good. Looking sharp, Newman. Thanks.
New Gillette Fusion. In manual or battery powered. The only razor used by the Gillette Young Guns.
Alrighty, we are back live here. Nathan did do a couple burnouts for us, so I think we'll talk to the 3rd place finisher of Skip Gandy. What do you think, Carson? We'll go see how his race was and what all happened there.
Yeah, let's see what he has to say.
User was moved to your channel.
Hey, Skip, you got a copy?
I got a copy, Brett.
Alright, Skip, 3rd place finish here today. How'd you do it, and what happened in that big wreck that strung out the whole field there?
I'm not 100% sure. Everybody went everywhere. I was lucky to get through, and then I started catching back up, and then Tanner and Andrew had a big run. I was just lucky enough that all 3 of them got into it with Richard, and I made it through that one as well.
Nice, nice. Well, it looks like that 20 machine kept it pretty clean out there today. I think for sure the top 2 have some damage, and I think most of the field does. So congrats on keeping it clean and a top 3 out here. Is there anyone you'd like to thank on that machine and give a shout out to?
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to thank our league sponsors for QuickTime, PepsiCo, Liberty Live Church, Tagaray Corp, and all the admins for putting this on.
Alrighty, Skip. Well, congrats on the third place finish again, and hopefully you can use this momentum and everything you learned here tonight and apply it tomorrow, and hopefully we'll be talking to you.
Hope so. Thanks, Brett.
Alrighty, Skip, have a good one.
User was moved out
All
of
right,
your
that was
channel.
our third place finisher, Skip Gandy there, Carson, as we'll now talk to the 93 machine and see what he has to say. What do you think, Carson?
Let's do it.
Buddy was moved to your channel.
Andrew, you got a copy?
I got a copy.
Oh man, talking to you again. Looked like a wild inside of 5 laps to go with that big one down the backstretch, and then I want to say maybe that huge block there coming to the finish.
Yeah, the last 5 laps are extremely tight, stressful. I know we were definitely all saving fuel right out the get-go because these cars can run about 40-ish laps, 42 laps on fuel. And I mean, when you're out leading too, you're burning more. And I know I led a few and kind of did some crazy moves where I got up to the front by myself, and those last 5-10 laps were all save. And then I managed to save enough to hook up with Tanner, and me and Tanner just try to go for it, and then an unfortunately late block kind of took Tanner out of it, and I managed to kind of get away clean and sort of kind of passing the grass, but not really, kind of saving the grass, and I mean, ended up second. I'll take it.
Yep, for sure. And with that, Andrew, hopefully you learned some moves for tomorrow, and hopefully you guys didn't make any enemies or things of that before the season. But other than that, anyone you want to give a shout out to, thank you to here at the broadcast?
Well, I'd like to thank you guys for broadcasting, stepping up, and filling the spot that was missing, and I really do appreciate it. Thank all the admins for putting on such a fun show so far. I'd like to thank QuickTime, Home Metal Fab, Citrusite Sawn Mower, my parents, my grandparents, just everyone who puts us on, and big thanks especially to PepsiCo, Luke Oil, Frito-Lay, all of our title sponsors. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do what we're doing right now, and big thanks to everyone who supports this league.
Awesome, Andrew. Well, a second place, I know it's not a win that you'd like, but you did win. You did finish the best in the red division, so you can go home with that, at least for the Pepsi Shootout.
Yep, I mean, I'll take it with what I got, and we'll head to tomorrow and hopefully finish one spot better.
Alrighty, sounds good, Andrew. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Buddy was moved out of your
Alrighty,
channel.
and we'll talk to the race winner here, Nathan Gu in the 5 machine. Let's see what Nathan has to say.
User was moved to your channel.
Nathan, you got a copy of Brett in the booth here?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, Nathan. How'd you do it from getting that damage kind of early on in the middle of the race to come back through the field multiple times and get that win here today?
Man, it was great. I had audio issues early in the first half, and that was a little bit of a distraction. I accidentally got in the wall while I was trying to fix that, and wasn't sure how fast we'd be after that, and just worked my way back up, got in front, and led a few laps, and thought, oh, I can do this. And after a while, getting pushed back, it felt like kind of getting your bed made, and then we just got lucky with missing that little pile up there in turn 3. So I got a great push from Tim Rogers too. So it's nice to come out here and win the Open for the first season for Sportsman Series, and I think we'll have based off of that, I think we got a good shot at Daytona on Monday.
Yep, hopefully it doesn't have to be any role reversals or anything, because I think especially with Tim Rogers working with you there as a lap down, I think you may owe Tim one here later in the season. But once again, Nathan.
I definitely owe Tim one.
Once again, Nathan, congratulations on that. Not only were you the best in the blue class here tonight, finishing-wise, you won the overall race, so that was pretty impressive to see. Anyone you want to give a thanks, shout-out to, or anyone out for the broadcast?
Well, obviously, I want to give a shout-out to Tim for the push, but to Nick, David, Andrew, Tanner, you for putting on the series, and for the help that you guys give me personally, too. It really helps a lot and means a lot, too. So
Alrighty, well, awesome, Andrew. I'm getting my people confused already. Awesome, Nathan. Congrats on the win. That was awesome to watch. Hopefully you can get that to translate next week or tomorrow. Jeez, I can't even know what day it is. I've been broadcasting too long, but hopefully you can apply it tomorrow and have the same end result for you.
Yeah, and I'm hoping so too.
Alrighty, Nathan. Well, congratulations again, and we will hopefully talk to you tomorrow.
Thank you very much, sir.
User was moved out of your channel.
Alrighty, Carson. You think we should talk to Tanner after that, or you think everyone's all cooled down?
I mean, we could talk to Tanner. Tanner usually gives us a pretty insightful and unique perspective into the race.
Alrighty. We'll pop up the feature results here with everyone's finishing, and we'll try and talk to Tanner Tallarico as Nathan burns it down a little bit more in the background.
User was moved to your channel.
Hey, Tanner, you got a copy of Bread in the Booth? Oh, yeah. So I know you didn't get a top 3, but we got to ask, what happened on that last lap coming to the checkered?
Well, they were wrecking on the backstretch with like 2 to go, and I thought for sure that I was going to get wrecked in that, so they're wrecking all around me. And then we kind of got separated, and I didn't think I was going to have a drafting partner, and Andrew is right there behind me. And I just told him to either push me till we win or push me till he spins me out. So he did that, and we were flying. We were making up a ton of time on the white flag, and we're going through 3 and 4 there. And I went to go to the outside of Pruitt, and I thought at the last second I was going to try to kind of fake him high and then go back low, but I just stuck with going high, and I should have stuck with my gut and went low, but I went high, and Pruitt tried to block it, and I couldn't slow down in time, and ran into the back of him. But we were flying. I was just watching the replay there, and it looked like Andrew and I were doing about 12 mile an hour quicker than Tim and Good up there leading the race. So I don't know if I would have beat those guys to the line, but I definitely think that we could have been close to side by side and maybe made a drag race out of it.
Yeah, it looked like you guys were hauling with a full head of steam, but yeah, I don't think you guys may have just been a little too short on time, sadly.
Yeah, well, I told Andrew we got going into 3 there when they kind of tried to wreck for the lead and the caution never came out, and they were wrecking all around me, and Andrew was behind that, and I looked up in my mirror and I saw him right behind me and didn't see any damage on the nose of his car, so I kind of drug the brake for him a little bit and let him close up to my bumper, and I was hoping that maybe we'd just be able to lock bumpers and do something, maybe the leaders would get separated, and it almost worked. I think if Tim was a lap down, but he was, I think, the saving grace for Nathan. I think if Tim wasn't up there, me and Andrew would have really had a big run coming. But that was the cards that we were dealt, and you know, I've already talked to Andrew about it. Told him big thanks for the big push. It's totally worth it, and it's a shootout race tonight, so we kind of figured that it'd be no holds barred. But yeah, nonetheless, it was quite the crazy last couple laps there for saving fuel the entire time. Crazy last few laps.
Yep. And Tanner, of course, anyone you want to thank or give a shout out to before I send you back to your haulers?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, you guys for doing this. I know, Brett, you probably want to be out here running with us, but I know you also like to do the broadcasting thing. So thanks for hopping up there in the booth, and Carson, thanks for helping him out. And yeah, all of our sponsors we have here at ASRC: Luke Oil, PepsiCo, Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Frito-Lay. Again, you guys. Everybody that came out here to race tonight for the shootout, I know it's kind of a small field, but it was the shootout, and it's no points or anything like that, so kind of just all for fun. But the big show's tomorrow night. That's the one I'm sure we're going to get a big car count for, and stuff's really going to get crazy in. So if anybody's watching this right now, make sure that you tune in tomorrow night and check out the season opener.
Awesome, Tanner. Well, hopefully you learned some good lessons here tonight that you can apply for the season opener tomorrow, and hopefully talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah, good job, guys. We appreciate it.
Alrighty, that was the one car of Tanner Tallarico there. Had some good words, and of course, Carson, I think let's give these feature results, and we'll get on out of here and get ready for tomorrow. So, of course, the winner tonight, Nathan Goot in the 5 machine. Second place, Andrew Payne in the 93. Third place, Skip Gandy in the 47/20 machine. Richard Pruitt in 4th in the 24. And then rounding out your top 5 is Tanner Tallarico in the 1 machine. We got in 6th place Dave Payne in the 38. 7th place John DeMeester in the 2. 8th place Eric Papanow in the 10 machine. Tim Rogers was able to make up a spot in the 21 machine. And then Nick Fleury, who got involved in, I believe, in that big wreck in the 25 machine in 10th, 2 laps down. Well, for the Boosted Brothers in the booth of me and Carson, of course, we got to thank ASRC for being able to put this on. Luke Oil, Tagaray, Frito-Lay, PepsiCo, and all the other sponsors for the league to be able to do this. And be sure to tune in tomorrow night for the actual season opener. I think with how the last couple laps went tonight, I think tomorrow's going to be pretty crazy. So, Carson, any last words?
Yeah, I just want to say this was an exciting race. Tomorrow night should be more of the same, and I want to thank everyone for watching. Thank you, Brett, for having me, and everyone have a good night.
Yep, everyone have a good night. Stay safe, and be sure to tune in tomorrow at 8:50 p.m. to get ready to qualify in the start of the green flag. So everyone take care, and thanks again for watching.